Welcome. Just popped on. It's hot. It is hot out here today. It's summer in May. Summer in May. This weather is crazy. If you're catching the replay, I'm just going to share a few failures I've had in the garden. None in the lawn. Not yet, anyway. Still plenty of season to go. Hey, Gigi, how you doing? I came in. I saw the tail end of your live the other day. Looks like y'all had a good time. What was that? You said not yet? Not yet, Clint? What you talking about, Clint? Not yet. Hey, Grace. How you doing? How's your yard doing, Grace? How's your yard doing? I know I'm seeing it all over Instagram, all over YouTube. People are stressing in the transition zone. What's going on, the Lawn Father? How you doing? Thanks for popping in. So I'm here to share a failure, a massive failure with you guys for transparency. And so you don't go doing it the way that I did it. So, and that's more directly towards the garden. We can do a walk around if you guys like. I planned on shooting a video. What's going on, Will? How you doing, William? Hey, Ken. How you doing, man? Andy. Yeah, Andy. What's going on? Lawn Father. Stressing too. My lawn, I can tell that it's stress, but you wouldn't be able to tell from the turf. I mean, the turf looks great. Y'all saw it. Y'all saw the shot that I threw up last night. The front yard's looking awesome. Backyard for perennial rye. I'm gonna be honest, I'm super impressed. That's that My Soul blend over there. It's got a few hot spots, and in a few minutes we'll get up and I'll walk you around. I'll show you the garden. I'll show you the lawn, unfiltered, live here with me today. I was supposed to be recording. I was dog tired. I had a very long 3 weeks preparing for a culminating event for my team. Hydrotane went down today. Have to stop the stress before it starts. Yes. See, I saw this coming. I hope that I was wrong, but 3 weeks ago, I got my hydrotane down. I did 2 applications. I did one application 4 weeks ago, and then I did another one about 2.5 weeks ago, because we haven't had any rain worth anything since Mother's Day. When I thought I wasn't going to be able to pull off the Mother's Day special, we got about a 1/4 inch of rain that day. But since, and even before then, we had these spit showers. I call them spit showers, when someone's in your face and they're talking, and then, well, nowadays, I guess not, because we're all wearing masks. But when we weren't wearing masks, when someone's talking and then they'll sprinkle you in the face. That's what we were getting leading up to Mother's Day. So we haven't had a true rain. I mean, April was one of the driest on records for this area. And May looks like it's shaping out to be the same way. He said, spit. What's up, Justin? What's going on, bro? Man, I'm happy for you with your garden. I got some seeds coming your way, those cucamelons. Clint, your strawberries are down there. They're finishing hardening off. I'll get those in the mail sometime next week. Thank goodness for the mask. I'm doing all my stress procedures Monday. Yeah. But let's wait till a few more people hop in here so I can show you this epic failure. I'm not. That doesn't mean that I'm not going to try it again. I'm just going to try it a different way next time. Did a little bit more research and we'll swing at it again. But all in all, I mean, for as many seeds I dropped, many plants I planted, I consider this season a heck of a win. But my season's going to get cut short here because I have to PCS. It's time to move. And we'll talk about that a little later on. Hang around. I might just tell you where I'm going. Hello, groovy people. What's going on, Stinky Puddle Ranch? New Art Gardener. Hey, how you doing? Good to see you. I'm hardening off my tomatoes right now. Mine are hardened off. The next round, the second round of tomatoes are hardened off. I'll show you those and what they're looking like. I take a whole different approach to hardening off just because I have shaded in the background. I have a shaded area in the background. Clint, I thought you were going to say something else. But it is hot out here. We're 93 today. I am 93 degrees with 60% humidity. It's insane. And what's more concerning is I haven't seen my hummingbirds yet. Hummingbirds haven't came back yet. I don't know what's going on. I've seen plenty of bees. plenty of bees. They're having a ball. I don't see them right now. It's probably a little too hot for them. They'll probably come out in a few hours. But plenty of bees. The azaleas put on a nice show this year. My Wigelias, they put on a nice show this year. They're pretty much done now. They're getting smoked out. And now the angel trumpets, it looks like it's the angel trumpets' turn. And the lilies are about to come up as well. Hey, what's going on, Carolina Roots? It's warm there too. I mean, it should be warm. You're in Florida, man. I have summer weather in May. It is summer in May right now. And although the calendar says it's not supposed to be summer until what, like June 20th or something like that, Mother Nature disagrees. It is summer right now. So, remember when I went to my parents' house and I did like 4 air layers with the little, well, let my brother tell you, he did 4 air layers. He did 4 air. I showed him one time and then he kind of just took off and went crazy. But there was another thing we did. We pulled a whole bunch of loquat cuttings and they all failed. Every last single one of them failed. I have my reason. I have my suspicions to what happened, but this is it. Dry as a paper clip. Now, they held on for me for a while as far as the moisture, but I got nothing. On every last single cutting, the ones that my brothers have, my brother kept half, I kept half, and not one of them took. And that's okay. This is a learning experience. You don't know what you don't know until you know it and you tried, right? But if it would have been a success, it would have been a new hot thing, right? So I took a chance. I did it live. And here I am showing you. Well, I didn't do it live. I did it pre-recorded. But here I am showing you. Ooh, hold up, wait. We might have one. We might. Did this work? Because it won't come out. Let me see. Nah, it didn't work. It was just, well, it looked like it was trying to put out the root. Oh yeah, I can't see it. My bad. No, it didn't work. None of them worked. Every last single one of them failed. So it's time to move them out. I gave them, it's been like 2 months. It's 2 months and I got nothing. So the way that I did those loquat cuttings, that's not it. It could be the medium. I got a nice cool book that I'm educating myself on. Some different, it looked like this one was trying to put on roots. It definitely was trying to put on roots. Crispy like chips, right? Looked like it was trying to. It just didn't take. But I got a couple other techniques that my brother's gonna try because I won't be here next season for when it happens. But the air layer worked. And my brother, he's supposed to be shooting some footage for me when he goes and collects them in the next week or two. And then we'll go from there and I'll show you how those came out. I did share a couple videos, a couple pictures with you on my community post on the air layers. I think the one that I shared was of the pear. Yeah, one of them was the pear tree and the other one I think was the fig. So we did a pear, a plum, and a loquat. They all took. So we're good there. The air layers went off without a hitch, but those cuttings that I got from the loquat, it didn't work. So I'm going to figure out how to get this going because it's supposed to be possible. And maybe I just need to take a more woody piece. Maybe those were too green. If anyone has any insight on that or they got any ideas, please feel free to share them. But right now, I kind of just want to talk about the things that you can do in this weather, this untimely, unseasonably weather that we're dealing with right now in the transition zone. We're really all up and down the East Coast. We're way warmer than we're supposed to be doing. So if anyone has any questions, if you have any concerns that maybe I can help you in both lawn and garden, and while you get your questions together, y'all want to go on a little field trip? You want to see what the lawn's looking like live right now, the lawn and garden? I'm looking over here and it looks like one of my carrots are, want to go to seed, which is a shame. But we could take a walk. Y'all want to take a walk? Want to take a walk? Been there with my fruit tree cuttings. Yeah, let's take a walk. Gigi's like, yes, let's take a walk. So one thing that I haven't showed you a lot of is right here on the porch with me. Well, let's start with this before we even get into the walk. Anybody know what this is? Of course, you can see what variety is. I'm sure you might not know exactly what kind it is, but this is my sweet kumquat. Is this too late to put down hydrotane? Absolutely not, Grace. Just make sure you put down probably a quarter inch of water. Put down a quarter inch of water, then apply the hydrotane, and then water it in. Because we're so dry, you're just going to want to make sure you got plenty of moisture for that uptake. So I got a sweet kumquat, got a new addition. Unfortunately, I will not be able to take it with me where I'm going, but my little brother is going to inherit quite a bit on my way out of here. So, all right, right here on the patio, I have my boxes last year that you saw me do all types of crazy things in that I wasn't supposed to be able to do. Now, what you see in here, this is dandelion. These are specific varieties of dandelion that I grew from seed, planted, and we will be harvesting and using in the house. So I have dandelion. I'm a lawn care guy, and yes, I'm growing my own dandelion. And my dogs, if you have pets, seems like pets really like the greens on dandelions. And if you get them super tender, they're actually not bad. They taste pretty good. I like it. This right here is some lavender that I grew from seed that is really starting to bush out and take off. It's loving life. It smells divine. You grew them. I grow them from seed too. Yeah, dandelion. Yeah. Right here, Tiffany White, if you guys are of the lawn care community, she sent me, these look like cacti, right? But they are, but they're not. This is a passion fruit, or is it a dragon fruit? No, yep, this is a dragon fruit. This is a dragon fruit that actually tastes like something other than water. It takes about 3 to 4 years for you to get your fruit, so we got a long way to go. But it's super rare and it's super good. And thank you, Tiffany, for sending this my way. All right, Clint, thank you. Growing your own dandelions. Yep, I sure am. This is a grande. Can't remember the name of it, but it's a passion fruit as well. She's doing good. She's getting settled. This is an aloe vera that I stole from my brother, a little pup aloe vera I stole from him. I got more dandelion. This is a basil that did not make it. I got more in the back. I'll show it to you when we get back there. But this didn't make it. She didn't make it. The weather was just terrible. This is a rosemary that I grew from seed. This is sage. If you've never seen sage bloom, this is what it looks like. It's my wife, she was like, please don't pull it up because it just looks so pretty. And I was like, I had no intentions of pulling it up, mainly because the leaves still taste like sage. They taste perfectly fine. It doesn't change its taste profile at all. Hey, the sweet spot, how you doing? This is an nasturtium that really, what's the reason for the so dandelions? Grace dandelions have amazing medicinal properties. The root of the dandelion, you can go into a supplement store and pay some pricey money for dandelion root. So we grew it ourselves. My wife, she likes a lot of herbs and supplements, and I figured why not grow a few here just to see, if it was worth the squeeze. And so far, seems like it is. They're really easy to grow, although we consider them weeds in our lawn. They have extreme health benefits, so we're growing them. Now up here I have nasturtiums. This is supposed to be, I think, a purple emperor nasturtium. So the blooms on this is going to be purple. And I got it in this little flower basket. They do well because they drape down, give you a nice little, look, little ambiance. So, hey, Beauty in the Garden. How you doing, T? This right here, Gigi's here. So Gigi, if y'all ever saw Gigi's video of her pine cone ginger, I think she said, I think the name of the video was how I make my ginger shampoo or something like that. This is that plant. She snatched up a rhizome from me last season. It stayed dormant all through the winter. And look at her. She's getting big. She's getting big. She's already put on from the rooter to the tutor with the dandelions. That's right. But this is a pine cone lily. Pine cone lily. Hopefully I'm still here by the time I'm able to actually squeeze some juice out of it. Now this right here is my first iteration of beets that actually has a volunteer tomato in here that I need to move this. So I need to move this. She's getting big. But the beets, you can see the beets are forming. They're bulbing up. I got I think 3 or 4 different varieties of beets in here. There's a nice little fat bulb forming down there. Probably another 2-3 weeks on these, and they'll be ready to go. Outside of the tomatoes, I got some sweet peas. Sweet peas, you said it's going to multiply like crazy. I'm looking forward to that, Gigi. Yeah, let me step over this. And then here we go. It looks like one of my angel trumpets are stunted, and I say that it's stunted because that looks like it's a flower already, and she's supposed to get way taller than this before she starts putting on flowers. The other ones, they're not even thinking about flowering, to include the dahlias that I planted over here. They're good to go. But this one looks like she's about to throw us a flower already. You said your beets aren't doing anything, the sweet spot? I'm sorry. And then this is the angel trumpet that Led sent me. That seems like it's pretty fine. And I think now that it's warm and it's staying warm, I think we'll be in a good spot. So these are the beets. What's that? Coleus plants over there. Nice and pretty, that vibrant red. These are some, they're either petunias or pansies. I thought the label was over here somewhere. Yep, this is the label. This is a pansy, celestial blue pansy. So that's what these are. I grew them from seed. I got them all over the place, and I have more in the back. When we get around there, I'll show them to you. And these are my Weigelias. I love these Weigelias. Hey, Pitts. How you doing, Tina? So if you ever wanted to grow a marigold that didn't get super large and take up a whole bunch of space, I really like this variety. I think it's like a dwarf Bodello, or I think it's Bodelo, dwarf marigold. And you can see this is as big as they get. I got them all over the garden. They stay nice and low, and they still do their job. They look pretty as well. So what else we got to show you guys? Yeah. So this is my potatoes that I grew from a seed potato wasn't actually a seed potato. It was actually from Aldi. So it was a potato that just started to put on some sprouts. So I was like, all right, I'll throw you in the container. And it's doing good. I've mounded it up 3 times. Won't be mounting her up anymore. And these are one of those 17-gallon containers that we can pick up from Walmart. This is it's either ashwagandha or maca that I grew from seed. It looks a little stressed right now, but I think that's just because of the weather, how it just like flipped on us out of nowhere. But there's still plenty of green on there, and there's new growth coming in, so I'm gonna leave it. And this this box, I showed you this box back in January, I believe, January or December. And this particular box was sent to me by something green. I'll put it in the description below. It's a nice little box. I think it's kind of pricey for what it is. As you can see, it's not very long. This is my hands, right? So I think it's about 12 inches long, but I think they want like 20 or 30 bucks for it. So it's pricey, but you know, it looks nice. These are micro potatoes. Yeah, it's nice. I like it, Tina, but you know, this 17-gallon container costs $7. So you know, if you like it that much, then go for it. This is pineapple sage. I can't wait for this to bloom. I particularly kept this pineapple sage around because when it blooms, hummingbirds love it. So she should be blooming probably in the next month or so, but hummingbirds are supposed to really like them. Now y'all know I love my patty pan squash. So I got squash doing its thing all throughout the garden. It's doing great. So and let's see if we got any female blooms. Doesn't look like it. These look like they're all male. There's no fruit on them, but look at that green. It's super healthy. Pineapple sage, you need it? I'll pull you a cutting off, T. This is calendula that I grew from seed. I got a few of these all around here. I got some sugarcane in here. That's a little lavender plant down there. And then this is ginger. That seems like it's struggling. You get your 15-gallon from your nursery for $3. That's what I'm talking about. Fish peppers. I just noticed today when I came in, I was like, oh, I got my first pepper on the fish pepper already. So here's 2 plants. They're right. I showed you these and they were actually in the same container. And then I potted them out like I said I would last time I was live. And they're doing just fine. But that's what these are. These are fish peppers. I'm not going to let them turn too much. I want to use them before they get too hot. So we'll be throwing that in some food shortly. This is another piece of sugar cane that's doing pretty well in these containers that my wife picked up from Aldi. And I threw an angel trumpet in here with it. Now, you guys know I took a pretty big hit with the tomatoes. So these are the new tomatoes that are doing just fine. And they're actually ready to be potted out, but it's just too hot. It's too hot right now. So I'm not going to be doing that today. I'm not even going to do it tomorrow because tomorrow's supposed to be even warmer. It's supposed to be like 95 degrees. So won't be potting that out anytime soon. Probably Tuesday, Wednesday, I'll pot them out. Peppers are my favorite to watch. Yeah, I'm a fan of the peppers. So now I'm going to have to move my cool season stuff. This is my kohlrabi, and it's taking a beating. Something's out here eating on it, but it's slick. You know, it only eats what it needs. So it's been getting away with eating because I haven't been noticing it, and he makes sure that he's back in the soil. I know it's in this container. It's down here hiding in this soil at night. But I'm going to have to move them simply because it's too warm. Too warm. How much do you like grow bag? You know, grow bags and we have a love-hate relationship. I love them because you can move them, right? I'm just going to pick these up, throw them on my gorilla cart, take them on the other side of the house, right? But I want to just be able to throw stuff in the ground, man. I really do, because especially with these fabric grow bags, it's a gift and a curse, because with the fabric, you have plenty of airflow, but guess what? You have to water it more often. So, you know, you got some give and take there with the grow bags. So do I need to wait until fall to plant my kohlrabi? If you can find a super shaded area, I'd say you'd be able to pull it off, because TNOG, who just popped up in the building, I watch her grow kohlrabi year around almost. I don't think she drops any seeds in like July. She's in here, she can speak for herself, but I don't think she drops any seeds in July. But pretty much year round, other than maybe a couple months out of the year, Miss Linda is dropping kohlrabi seeds. She just moves them into shaded areas. So I would say yes, you can pull it off. You just have to be mindful of where you place it. Who is that? Barefoot in the garden. Hey, how you doing? I'm so glad you called me too. Happy Saturday. What do you feed your angel trumpets? I don't make it complicated. Usually it's just 511. I just throw 511 at them. They get whatever else is getting. The ones that are in the garden bed, they don't get anything. I let them fend for themselves, just like most people do with flowers. Let's see what else we got in here. So this is my moringa. This is the sole survivor of my moringa trials. But she looks like she's gonna come along just fine. She looks a little stressed right now. The leaves are cupping up, so she probably needs some water, is what's going on. But June, July, but I do have my seedlings. Boom. Okay, so June, July is when she stops, but she has her seedlings. So I got this dwarf moringa in this pot. She's gonna do just fine. This is my second iteration of beets. So the ones that I showed you in the beginning of the video, I'll be start pulling those up in about 2 weeks. Then these, as I'm harvesting, by the time I get done, this is when succession planting, when you get that thing timed in perfectly. When these beets, when I start harvesting those beets, and when I'm done harvesting them, these will start being ready. So you just gotta space it out a couple weeks apart, 2 to 3 weeks apart, and you're in there. This is another patty pan squash that I don't think has any female flowers on it yet either. Nope, it doesn't, but they're healthy. You can see it right there. Looks like she might need a little bit of 511. We got a little bit of yellowing around the tips of this plant. So we'll hit her with a little bit of 511. My cucumbers and watermelons, I don't know if they're stressed because of just the fluctuation of the weather, but I'm not doing too much. I'm not going to do anything too crazy. I'm just going to give them their time because the top growth is coming in looking fairly healthy. This bottom growth, I think this has everything to do with it was cold and then now it's hot. And then it was cold and then now it's hot, and it's really hot. So I think that's what's going on with these cucumbers and watermelons. I'm just going to be patient and see if they grow out of it. If they don't, unfortunately, I don't have the time. I know that I'll be gone here in about 2 to 3 months, 4 months max, the earliest 2 months. So I'm just going to let it ride, man, and then try again when I get to where I'm going if it doesn't work out. But it's been a learning experience, and they're at least trellising up this little setup I got. So that's good to see. Then we got, let me move. I got to move some of this stuff out the way. Y'all see me? My whole driveway is a daggone garden. I'm surprised no one said anything to me about it, but hey, I think they just like coming to watch and see what I got going on. So this right here is corn. This is strawberry popcorn, actually, and it's doing good. I got it in this container. I got a few carrots that came up over here. This had very poor germination, and whatever carrots we put over here, poor germination. So the tot soy, this is tot soy that's gone to seed, and really I should have had at least 2 more weeks on this stuff. I was eating it. I couldn't eat it fast enough. Next time I plant tot soy, I'm probably only going to do 2 plants. The way that I only did 1 plant of that spinach that's right there. That's that Bloomsdale spinach. Driveway garden, love it, yes. So yeah, that's probably how I'll do that next time, just because I didn't get after nearly as much as I thought I would. And, you know, overgrowing food to just let it go to waste, that's not cool. But I will still eat as much as I can before I pull all this up and switch it out for peppers and stuff that I got starting in the back. I got some volunteer beets that I did not plant with these onions, but they came up, and it looks like the onions are really just they're not working out the way they were supposed to at all. The weather has just been off, no moisture, maybe too much water when I was watering them. I'm leaving them because there is a few that's doing really well. I got a nice fat bulb over there, but you know, we plant and we learn. I did way better with onions last year as a rookie, and this year actually knowing what I'm doing, and then they want to do right. So it is what it is. I will still eat those leaves on the top just fine, and I have gotten a few harvests off of them too, so it works out. I'm coming for onions again, though. I'm not giving up on them. And this one I said, it looks like a carrot. This carrot is trying to go to seed. So let's go ahead and pull this up since it's going to seed. Oh, okay. No, this is just one. It doesn't even look like it's really fully developed. So I'm going to leave it just because if you've never seen a carrot flower, you can go over to Beautiful Nest TV. She usually puts together a nice little harvest, nice little bouquet when she harvests hers. So, but the other ones, they're doing great. The other carrots, they're doing great. I got like 4 different varieties in here, I believe. Purple dragons are in here. Uzbek are in here. Other than that, they're all looking great. The garlic is doing wonderful. Way better than the onions. This is one tomato plant that seemed to have made it. I was actually able to finally diagnose what was wrong with them, and they ended up having curly top virus. That's what happened to them. There we go. We should be back. Sorry. Those daggone telemarketers. I should be back. Apologies. So we got the kohlrabi. Kohlrabi is out here. I should be back. Y'all let me know if I'm back. Sorry about that. Telemarketer called me. Those telemarketers. I'm back, Grace. Thank you. Cool. All right, cool. So let's pick up where we started off. A new breed. Hey, how you doing, man? So we got the garlic. I have some pink Chinese celery in here as well. That what's going on, Sapper Rob? What's going on, brother? Um, more kohlrabi. This will all be getting moved around back. Hey, AA Garden. Y'all see me? I'm out here like spinning in circles. Step over here. So this is another one of those marigolds that this is how big they get, and they just throw off all these little blooms. More calendula. This is a rose mint that's out here. This is lavender that I grew from seed last year. More lavender that I grew from seed. This is my comfrey. Ooh, look. This is a pansia. Oh, look, I got my first patty pan squash. It's coming in. How about that? And it looks like she got pollinated. Yeah, she looks healthy. So, that'll be ready in a couple weeks. Man, I wish we get some rain. This is what is left of the parsley that we haven't been able to eat. And it's getting ready to go to seed. So, you know, it was fun. This is another pansy that I grew from seed right here. Doing good. So we're looking pretty good. More kohlrabi, and these are all planted in a way to where, you know, look at that one. She's getting fat. She's almost ready too. So the ones up front, when I get up there, out back. When I get up there, I'm gonna show you that they're ready to go. And what's cool is I'm gonna eat those, and then boom. I know rain dance time. When I eat those, these look like they'll be the next ones up about 2 weeks after. So that's the key to succession planning. Now this is peaches and cream corn that's coming up in this bed. I got a volunteer tomato there. I got a volunteer mustard. This your favorite, right, Pitts? Tina, this your favorite? This your favorite. I know this is your favorite. Your absolute favorite. I'm messing with you. And a couple carrots are over there as well. So the lilies are about to go off. The azaleas, they're done. That's another dahlia, pansies, pansies and petunias, dahlias, and I got more lissums to plant out as well. And that's another watermelon back there. Yeah. So was that Tiffany? Tiffany, I just showed off the plants. So before we go around back, I just let you see what the front yard is looking like for my lawn care people. And this is where we're at. Now, this is only because I have stayed on top of my watering. The most recent thing that I've applied is 3-18-18. Stayed on top of my watering. And then we applied hydrotane as well. And I'm just like, I'm locked in, man. It looks beautiful. And then I'm super impressed with the ability of this perennial rye over here. This perennial rye from my soil is like holding in strong. Azaleas are invasive, mine aren't. They're staying right where they are. But this is the rye, and for it to be as hot as it is already this season, this ryegrass is really pretty tolerant to the heat, just like they said it would be. So I'm impressed. I'm happy with it. Can you come do my grass at Top Turf Therapy? I enjoy doing my grass. I don't think I'll enjoy. You know what I would enjoy doing? I would enjoy teaching you how to maintain your own turf. But that color. Okay, I should be back. My back. I'm sorry. Somebody let me know I'm back before I start moving around. Telemarketers, man, I should have put my phone on airplane mode. It's too late. Okay, where will you next duty station be? Have I said? I have said, not here, but we're going to talk about that when I get back around front. Just hang in there with me when I finish the little tour. All right, cool. So my strawberries, these are Scarlet Virginia strawberries. They don't get huge. They only get about a ½ inch. But they're nice and they're sweet and they're tart and they are productive. Like I have berries all throughout here and they'll just keep going on probably until about August. I got new blooms still coming in to this day. and they'll just get fattened up. Just keep them watered. And then I've just been pulling the runners out. As I see them, like right here, this is a runner right here. So what I do is I go in there, I grab that runner. See if I can do it with one hand. I grab that runner. I try to figure out how far it goes back to the mother plant. I used to take my time and get scissors and all that, but I just take it all the way back to the mother plant. Found it. I pinch it, rip it right off, throw it in the pile. And that's what I do because I want them to focus on producing fruit. Now, oh my gosh, look at this Karabi. Look at her. I want to take her now, but I know. Let me see. Babe, I know you watching. Bring me some bring me some shears so I can get her. I want her for dinner. Bring me some cutters, please, babe. Oh, I wanna pull this thing out. Look at her. Hey, Miss Ellen, how you doing? Look at this Karabi. We taking this one right now. And we're gonna try it. We're gonna try it raw. Right here live with you guys. When I get it back around there, I'm gonna eat this raw. There we go. I knew you was watching. All right, cool. So let's get it. Let's get her. Oh, we got the kitchen shears. I don't know if this gonna cut it. Ooh, nope. I broke it, babe. And you can't be mad because you brought me these. Give me the pruners. Give me the pruners. Give me the Fiskars pruners. And now we need new. You'll see that was that. Hey Cheryl, what's going on? Back to our roots. Hey, listen. If you're not following Back to Our Roots, go over there and help them push over a 1K. Unless they already did. But if they already have, then still go over there and subscribe. Back to Our Roots. That is Cheryl Swoops, y'all. If you don't know who Cheryl Swoops is, then you obviously don't know who Michael Jordan is, because she is the Michael Jordan of female basketball, pretty much. I wanted to plant some strawberries, but never found any around. Grace, I will send you some. I'll pull up some of these. I'll pull up a few plants, and then I will get them established, and I'll send them to you in a couple weeks. So just send me a message on IG so I can remember. What's up, Cam? My man, Cam. Hey, Kaiser. Hey, boy. Hey, Kite. You want to say hi to the people? He's running. He's having a good time. Okay, let me show you this, guys. All right, cool. Let's get this Karabi, and we're going to take the, yeah, see, that one cut clean. Ready? Yeah. So I'm going to harden them off, and then I'll harden them off, Grace, and then I'll mail it to you. I'll mail it to you. Y'all see that? Look at it. It's huge. Oh, it smells divine. Okay, we're going to put this right here just so I can finish showing you around back here. I usually mix up my own at this point, and I refresh the potting soil that I always had. So remember how bad I failed? I didn't really consider it a failure, but I didn't get any fruit from the broccoli romanesco. I didn't get that head last year, but this is the one from this year. And this thing, I'm feeling good about it. I'm feeling good. Now, this is my partial shade. This is a microclimate. Me and Cam, we shot a video last week on microclimates. And I was supposed to edit it last night, but listen, you know when you've been working on a project for 2 months and you finally get done with that project and then your brain just does not want to cooperate anymore? That's what I'm going through right now. So I was upstairs trying to edit it last night and I just couldn't get it together. So I took a knee, and today it was super hot. It's still super hot, so I don't really feel like recording. So I figured, why not just go live and talk to the people and show them what's going on, and then I'll get after the videos in a little bit. So this is the broccoli romanesco that's doing amazing. The head hasn't shown up yet, but this is still good eating. Don't let it fool you. Don't let it fool you. That's still good eating. Golden Beauty cabbage. Look at that. Look at it. That's a Golden Beauty cabbage. Try to give you a reference. That's my head right now. It grows like a Chinese cabbage, but the center of it is Golden Beauty, right? So I grew 2 of them. That's what it's supposed to look like. This one was on the struggle bus from day one. So, and it looked like it got either burnt by the weather or maybe it's a little fur burnt. Who knows? It is golden up in there, but it's not nearly as happy as that one is right there. And then we have, this is a, what is it? Oh yeah, this is a purple Sicilian cauliflower. That's what this one is. No head coming on it yet. Let's see. Let me see if I pull a few layers back, because sometimes the head is hiding in there. No, there's nothing in there. But also, good eating. Good eating. And these are all the runners from the strawberry that I actually took out this morning. Runners. So I pulled all those out because they want to produce, they want to spread out and take over the world. Look, this one's starting to ripen up too. So they only get about a 1/2 inch size, but they're sweet and tart. So I'm looking forward to them. This right here is a Calabose cabbage that's starting to form its head. And these leaves are huge. Like, this is my hand. That's not, I wear medium to long gloves, but this is, look how healthy that is. Look how healthy she is. She looks good. Okay. And then this is my chimichanga. I call it chimichanga because I can't pronounce it, but it's the bottom one. So the pink celery, they were in the same cell when I started them. Pink celery is up front, and then this is Chigi Masai. I don't know. I call it my chimichanga. It's obviously going to seed right now, and this is great raw. We've been eating it. What kind of pots are these? These are just fabric containers. That's all they are, fabric containers. And now this is more kohlrabi, you know, and that's what I tell you. I love to harvest at this size, right? And these will be coming in right behind it. You know, they'll be marching in right behind it. So we should be eating kohlrabi 2 to 3 times a week for a few weeks, the way I planned it out. And then I got all of my starts right here. I have more flowers. This is, I think, petunias or pansies. This is a petunia mix, sparklers. This is peppers that's going to get planted out as I harvest. These are more of those dwarf marigolds. This is the edible celosia. What else do we have? This is poppies that were starting out really good, but it looks like something happened to them. I don't know. They're not liking life right now. But these things are about to start getting potted out. There's some lemongrass right here as well. My wife, she started this white sage that's doing really well. And I got basil to replace the basil that's struggling up front. I think this is that's another rosemary right there. And some thyme that's really past this window. So let me grab this kohlrabi. And matter of fact, let me grab this kohlrabi. Come on, Kaiser. So let me grab this kohlrabi. Oh, hush. Hush. I was looking for my knife. I didn't see my knife. I don't know what I did with my knife. The wife must have moved it. All right, so let's go back with our harvest. And these leaves are edible. Don't waste it. Leaves are very edible. And then we can go, I really don't think I've ate it raw. And I know Linda talks about it, eating it raw. I think like her uncle used to eat it raw all the time or something like that. So we're gonna try this raw. The greens, you can saute them or you can cook them down like collards, is really up to you. And then we'll talk about where I'm going, which also means where you're going too. So I'm taking y'all with me. The channel will stay alive if I can help it. We'll see. Yeah. But everything's looking good, guys. Everything's looking good. Babe, if you see my knife anywhere, or if you could bring me a utility knife. You know where my knife is? It should be, oh, it's right there, isn't it? Thank you. Okay. Cool. So I got a knife. Let me turn on this water over here. Kohlrabi slaw, absolutely. Kohlrabi salad, absolutely. I've had a lot of people ask me, like, how do you cook kohlrabi? You ever tried Brussels sprout leaves? I like Brussels sprout leaves more than collards. I know that's blasphemous for a lot of people, but I like Brussels sprout leaves. Broke you in the ads. Let me know when you get out them ads, bro. Here, let's do this. Let me turn this water on. So we can give this stuff a nice little rinse. Boom. And then we can see what this kohlrabi's talking about. So I'm just gonna break off these pieces right here. See what we got. These leaves, yes. So yeah, if you want to know how to cook a kohlrabi, just think of this. So kohlrabi is just a fancy name for a German turnip. So however you would cook a turnip, and as far as its texture, it's like the stalk of a broccoli, but it's not as veggie as a broccoli. In my opinion, it's actually a little sweeter than a broccoli would be. So it's like the texture of a broccoli stalk, but it's sweeter, much sweeter. And those some good eatings right there. Babe, if you're watching, please come and get these greens. If you got your phone together, come and get these greens so we can saute this up later, or just eat it raw. You can eat this raw too. It's a nice little pot of greens for a couple people, sauteed however you want to do it. Let me put these in the house because I don't want them to wilt. I'm gonna just put them right here at the door. I'll be right back. Give me 2 ticks. 2 ticks. Oh. You locked me out. You locked me out, though. She locked me out. All right. I'm back. Cool. I'm back. Some ham hocks. You know, we don't do the pork. Well, we try not to do the pork anymore. We're getting away from it. I prefer some turkey neck bones or some smoked turkey necks or some smoked turkey wings or even a smoked turkey leg. I prefer that nowadays. Okay. Bring y'all closer. Hey, 2%, how you doing? So, we're going to try this kohlrabi together. Well, by together, I'm going to try. I'm going to let you know what it tastes like live. So, I feel like the skin is probably edible as well, but we just going to get up in here real quick. It's got like a nice little, like, it reminds you it's a Nebraska family. What's up, B? What up, Dub? All right, man. Don't sting me. Keep going. So it reminds you is of that brassica family. It's like a sweet cabbage. And the skin eats just fine. But it's got like a nice little spice kick to it too, kinda, sorta. It probably only has this taste when it's raw. Okay, there it is. It gets a lot sweeter the closer you get to the core. That's good. That's really good. You know, I'm curious to see where these carrots are at, because I think it's been long enough So let's pull up a carrot too. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That's fire. That actually feel like it just gave me a little bit of life. Mm-hmm. Let me cut another piece. Let's cut another piece. I know my wife like, you're not gonna save none for me, huh? We got more. We got more. Now, I see why he ate them raw. It's good. It's good raw. Make a nice slaw out of that. Slaw, salad. The skin has the spices. Yes. That skin hit. That skin give it like a nice little spice to it. That's good, people. Yeah, it's hitting the cells, right? I feel like I just ate life, which is what we're doing. All right, let's go see if we can get a carrot. Let me see what these carrots looking like. Because I know I can't remember when I planned them out. It's been a while. So let's see what we're working with. Let's pull up one of these carrots. Let's pull up a carrot. See which one I choose. Choose. I choose you. All right. Let's see if I can get another one because this is a red dragon. I already know what that tastes like. Let's get us one of. Oh, you ain't did much of nothing. Should have left you in there. Boom. So, hey, Santisha, how you doing? I got fish pepper on here too. Let me go ahead and get a fish pepper. It's small, but I don't want it really hot anyway. So we'll give that a try, see what it's tasting like. This is gonna turn into a whole little meal. All right, cool. So, that was good. That used back. Yeah, that ain't nothing. Them greens though, those greens to eat. Red dragons, this is about right for the red dragons. Let's go ahead and wash it off. Now these red dragons, they got like a nice little, they're sweet. They got a nice little spice to them too. These. Look at that color. What's going on? How you doing, Farmer Q? This is, I guess this turned into a mid-afternoon lunch. I started this live off showing you my low quat cutting failures. Let me run back to the front of this to catch that. They didn't work. All the air layers worked though. But I feel like Bugs Bunny eating the carrot with the top still on. Mukbang. This done turned into a mukbang. The color of a sweet potato. It's sweet like a sweet potato too. Okay, that's good. I like that. This other one is so small, I don't even know if it's worth trying to eat. Let's see. I hope they not all like that. Maybe I just picked up a bad one. There we go. Got you cleaned up. All right, know you gonna be woody. That back piece, it's all woody. or I can slip it off of the core. That's actually good. It's white. You see the little stem? It's probably about to go to seed. That's why it's doing that. Woody, them carrot tops, they'll do just fine in some salad. And then we got the rest of the kohlrabi. Anyone know when onions are ready to be pulled? So when the tops drape over, I wish I had a good example for you, but my onions aren't doing well right now. I don't know if it's the soil mix up I did, the weather. It's probably a little bit of everything, to be honest, because this season has been crazy. But yeah. So let's talk about where we're going. Where is turf therapy going? Well, sprechen Sie Deutsch? Anyone? Because that's where we're going. We're going to Germany. Y'all need to get y'all passports. We're going to Germany. Now, I don't know when yet. Still trying to dial in this timeline. I should know within the next few weeks. But that's where we're headed, people. Y'all excited? You excited about that? You'll take some beers? I got a record. Broke said I got a record. You can't get no passport and come to Germany? Guten Tag, yeah. Yeah? Yeah? Guten Tag. Nah, I don't know how good. Hey, I did have a good day. I had a good day. I did. Where in Germany? It's going to be central Germany. So the first time I was in Germany, I lived in Grafenwehr, Germany. That is Bavaria. That's the region, Bavaria. Okay, you were in Frankfurt, Grace? Well, then you'll be familiar where I'm about to say. Everything's temporary in the army, anew. It's supposed to be temporary, we'll see. First time I went to Germany, this kohlrabi is really good raw. First time I went to Germany, I was in Grafenwehr. Second time, which is where I just came from, I was in Baumholder. So that's East Germany, then West Germany. And now, plug my phone in real quick. And now, we're going to Wiesbaden, which is right outside of Frankfurt. Bro, there's like, I planted all types of stuff for you out in the garden. Why are you over here messing with me, Bumblebee? You got all types of things over there to be getting nectar from, but you want attention from me. You're like a child. Go. There we go. Boom. The Bumblebee, man. Hey, Goddess Leo, how you doing? Hey, Angela B, how you doing? But yeah, guys, we going to Germany. What you think about that? What's cool is this very vegetable I'm eating right now is just a kohlrabi. It's just a fancy name for a German turnip. This is my preferred turnip to grow too. You're more interesting. You are more interesting. Oh, than the food. Got it. My dream is Italy. I've been to Italy. We had a blast in Italy. Let me see what I missed. Frankfurt and Nuremberg. I spent a lot of time in Nuremberg back in the day. I sure did. Looks like a package is coming. Let's see what we got. Wonder if it's anything for the garden. It might be a plant. It might be some seeds. The wife, she always ordering something. Okay, Bugs Bunny, enjoyed going to expand my taste. I'll watch again with ads. Okay. Appreciate you, Harriet Claire. You won't have a garden there. Why won't I? Drains are beasts. Why won't I have a garden there? Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right. Why wouldn't I have a garden there? I absolutely will have a garden there. Have you been to Germany? I don't think you've been to Germany. You know how serious they are about their gardening? Oh, this fish pepper. I didn't try this yet. Let's rinse this off real quick. Got this fish pepper. We had 2 tours in Germany, Nuremberg and Bremerhaven. I know both of those locations. Aries don't hoard, we collect. Yeah, Drainzer. Of course I'll have a garden in Germany. Absolutely. Okay. So the fish pepper, when it's like this, green, it ain't hot at all. You know what it reminds me of? A green pepper, slightly more kick. Let me see what happens when I get to these seeds. You just got a package, Blues Clues number. Blues Clues. Yeah, I'm gonna have a germ. I'm gonna have a garden. What is it, baby? Who's it from? What is that? Is it mine or yours? Oh, what you look disappointed. I don't know who this is. Let's see. Let's see what we got. What's in the box? What's in the box? We doing an unboxing? This done turned in from a failure video to a show and tell tour to a mukbang. And if y'all got any questions, drop them in the chat. I'll do my best to help you. And then now we're doing an unboxing. See, I got a letter. Long time coming, but it's never too late. Thank you. Oh, thank you for the worms. Red's Garden in the Kitchen. Are you in here? Can I show everybody what you sent me, Red's? If you in here, Miss Red's Garden in the Kitchen. Handmade with love. Yeah, I can show y'all. I can show y'all. Let's see what we got. Handmade. Let's see what we got. No duct tape. No duct tape. What y'all think it is? Can anybody guess what you think it is? Let's see what we got. Oh, I think, did I ask for this? I think I asked for this. She said long time coming, better late than never. I think I remember her asking if it was okay to send this my way. And yep, that's what it is. It had something to do with what I was doing in the garden. Let's see what we got. Homemade with love. Rachel Evans Dixon. Real food made with love. Granola, that's right. She wanted to send me some of her homemade granola. I forgot all about this. I'm not even gonna lie. Straight up forgot. Homemade granola is what she wanted to send me. Let's see. Let's see what it's talking about. Let's see what it's talking about. It was well wrapped. Okay, Miss Rachel. I don't think this is gonna last long. Nah, that ain't gonna last long. That ain't gonna last long at all. Back to this right here. This is surprising. So, like I said, fertilizer. Oh, that's what you guessed? You guessed it was fertilizer? I have family over there. They live in the Black Forest area. That's a beautiful area. Y'all gonna see how beautiful Germany is, because I'm gonna show you all of it. What's the story on the dragon fruit trellis? That variety grows faster than others. You could have the fruit this year. Oh, well, right now it's just established. I'll show you. Right here, Tiffany. So that's the Tiffany that sent me this. She's just now like recovering from the shock of everything, to be honest. And it's warm now. So she's doing good. She looks a little sleepy, but she's doing good. And I haven't gotten a trellis for her or anything yet. I'm waiting for her to finish like really recovering from the shock and moving outside. And then I got the cacti. I thought this was I thought that was passion fruit. You said dragon fruit. I think you meant passion fruit. Then you mean passion fruit? Oh, that's the passion fruit. Oh, the dragon fruit's right here. I don't know if it's established yet, but it's right there. She's doing good. She's doing good. They haven't really started doing anything yet. Should I hill up my potatoes when they have new plants coming up? So I've seen this both ways. I've seen people hill up to like 6 feet, but I've also read and seen research that pretty much after 3 or 4 feet, you can stop because they're not really going to produce anymore. What I'll tell you this: just keep hilling it up, and you'll figure it out for yourself. You know, I stopped. You saw where I stopped. If you weren't here, I'll show you in a minute when I get done with this snack. Unless you want it, babe. You want to come and get the rest of this? You want the rest of this? You probably do. It's good. It's really good. Any other questions? That was a good one, though. Too bad I couldn't give you a definitive answer. Somebody in the chat might be able to help you. Veggie Farm Garden, how you doing? So like I said, guys, this started out because about 2 months ago, well, it's been 2 months, I tried to do, I tried to look at the kids. They love playing in the grass. It's the only grass that's around here, really. But other than Marcus, me and Marcus, the only ones that got grass. I was just going to say you didn't save any for your wife. We got more. We got more in the back. Yeah. What's going on, guys? Yeah. Cool beans. I'll see what happens. Yeah, just do it and see what happens. It can't hurt. You'll see. Just be mindful of how high you mount it up. And when you see it stop, like when you get in there and you start seeing where the potatoes are, make note of that. Don't mount it higher than that. Ain't much, but I'll get the other one for you. And she like, what I'm gonna do with this? I done crushed it. You can pull the other one. She mad. She's mad at me. Now I'm real scared. I put my potatoes in a pot. They don't have a hill. Ha ha ha. I'm gonna look to that. So when we say hill them up, it just means put more soil. So when you put the seed potato in the ground, mine came from Aldi. They just sprouted on their own. And I was like, okay, I'll just throw them in this container. When you do that and it breaks the surface, after they get about 3-6 inches above that soil, you just add more soil. And you keep doing that for about 2 to 3 feet. Now, I've seen these bags where these bags are like 6 feet tall. And you're supposed to be able to continue to just mound them up, mound them up, mound them up. I've seen mixed information on that technique, but I say give it a try. If you got the space to do it, give it a try and see how it buffs out. Because those same bags, you're supposed to be able to pull your potatoes from the bottom section, like as it goes up. So I don't know. I've never seen one in action, and I haven't seen one on YouTube in action. But and even if you do see it on YouTube in action, you gotta be careful. People out there doing YouTube magic. Not everyone's honest, unfortunately. Some people are just trying to sell you something. They out there. Any other questions about the lawn or garden? I'm here for you. It's getting hot out there. I know this one that's about to come up. How often should I water my garden? Since I know somebody's about to ask it, we'll go ahead and address it. YouTube magic. That's right. Yeah, YouTube magic. So, I tell you this. For watering your garden, this is the best thing that works for me. This works for me. I don't treat all the plants as the same plant. You're looking at it wrong. When you say, how often should I water my garden? To me, you're thinking that your garden is one big plant. That's absolutely not the case. We have microclimates in our garden, and then we have different plants that requires different things. So, when you think about properly watering the plants in your garden, this is what I want you to think about. This is what I want you to be willing to try. Give your plant a deep soaking to the point where water comes out the bottom. And restrain yourself from watering until you see that plant start showing signs of needing water. The leaves start to shrivel up a little bit. If you can take it. That's what I did with this passion fruit. I waited so I could figure out how I needed to water it. And then when it started to wilt on me a little bit, I was like, okay, it was 3 days on that plant in this location. So I probably want to water that plant every 2 days to make sure it never has to go through the stress of running out of water. If you take that practice and you do it that way, and you do it with the different sections of your garden and the different plants in your garden, and you start treating your plants like individuals and not the masses, I think you'll be able to properly dial in how much water you need. And that will change throughout the season. You know, early in the summer, you might be able to get away with watering once a day. Later into the July, August, you may have to water 2-3 times a day. But I think the best way to try to put a pulse on it is by allowing the plant to suffer a little bit in the beginning, just so you can gauge how often you should be watering that plant. And of course, you can take your finger and stick it in the soil and see if it's dry. But some plants like the soil to be dry, like citrus. Some citrus loves this. They love that. They like to dry out. They appreciate it. So like with my my kumquat that I have right here, this sweet kumquat, it may want to be dry for 3 days before it starts showing me signs of needing water. So I just wait until I see it start drooping and folding up, which it happened a few days ago. So I went about 4 days without watering this sweet kumquat over here in this little container right here in this corner. And then I saw the leaves start to fold up. Citrus leaves, they tend to fold, at least these did. They'll fold in on themselves. And I was like, okay, you need water. Drenched her, she opened right back up. Now I know this plant's good for about 4 days, and then it needs water in the particular pot that it's in, because I still got it in the pot that it came in. And it's a healthy, nice little graft. Yeah, this skin, Linda, this skin really gives it the spice. It really does. I wish I had a tomato to slice and eat with this, because it's almost like a denser, spicy cucumber. So if I had a tomato, this would be fire right here. So I answered the watering question before you even asked it. If that doesn't make sense, I can run through it again. Do we have any other questions? I just water plants and fertilize as plant needs it. So true. Period. You watch the plant. The plant will tell you when it needs it. You'll see it. I saw a lot of YouTube magic when I researched and growing ginger. It's amazing how people fake it. I'm like, that's not young ginger. That's old goner. You buried it in the soil. They done went and bought ginger from the store, buried it, and then pulled it out the ground and fool you. To fool you. I got ginger out there. All of them are struggling except one. And the difference is I showed you how I started my ginger. And I think they're struggling because the weather is freaking insane right now. And the only one that's doing well is where the weather stays pretty constant in its corner. It's not out there in the blazing sun. It's not in a real shaded area. It's in a very perfect environment where it doesn't get a lot of wind and it gets just enough of sun. And I think that's the reason why that only one is doing well. My peas are starting to die off. Can I just bury in the soil? I wouldn't do that, bro. I would compost it. I would put it in the compost pile because as things break down, it requires quite a bit of nitrogen to break down the old debris from those plants. So if you just go and you bury it right next to something that's trying to grow, you'll be robbing nutrients from the things that you're trying to grow in that container. So compost it off to the side. Put it off to the side or go bury it somewhere where you don't have anything planted, that you'll be planting something there in about 2 to 3 months. You can do that. But don't plant it right next to something that you're about to grow right now, because it requires that it steals nitrogen as it breaks it down until it releases it all back into the soil. I was asking how to kill clovers. Help, got it. Kill clovers, 2,4-D. Go to the store, look for anything. I think Spectracide has a pretty good one. You want one that's safe for your centipede, but you can go to the big box store. What you're looking for is 2,4-D to get after that clover. Easy peasy. Eat the clovers, T. I don't think she want to eat those clovers. Or put it in some lemonade. Yeah. Just water plants in front. Yeah, let me make sure I didn't miss any other questions. YouTube magic. Hey, Bougie Peppers. Bouge Pepper. Now I'm really scared. Okay, yeah, I'm caught up. Cool beans. Cool. Yeah. So we're going to Germany. Hey, got a question. Is banana water enough potassium for your plants? I don't know. But I can tell you it's potassium in there, and your plant will tell you if it's enough or not. Potassium is good for making your plants disease resistant. It establishes vigor, makes them strong and tough, keeps the pressure off. But the only way you'll really know is by watching the habit of that plant. And I don't know how many bananas you're putting in your banana water, but I can tell you it's a good practice to just feed it. And you can dial it in yourself by watching, observing the plants, see how they react to the banana water. But banana water, comfrey, I feed that comfrey to my worms. I'll take that comfrey, I'll use it as a mulch around different things around here. You don't really know how much is being released, but I can tell you it's helpful. That I can tell you. What are you going to do about your garden when you leave? I have a little brother that's taking very well to gardening. He's going to get 100% of my stuff that I'm not taking with me, most likely. Air layering some of my fruit trees. How long does it usually take to grow roots? I mean, in the best case scenario, perfect environment, perfect tree that wants to live, the air layering limb that you, perfect setting, 30 days. Perfect setting, 30 days. Not so perfect, it could take anywhere up to 90 days. And the way that it's warming up, you might not get any at all because it's warming up and it's warming up so fast and so hard. You might have to go after it again late summer. Just keep that in mind because it's getting very hot. I would definitely try to do an air layer in the shadiest part of that tree, where it has a lot of shade at. Corporal's Corners say easy peasy. Easy peasy. Yeah, no worries. Okay. Yeah, but banana water is healthy. My dahlias are about to bloom. Any tips on to maintain? Absolutely. And I think I can take you over here so I can show you some examples. So, for one, what zone do you live in? Veggie Farm Garden? United States Marine Corps. That's what I'm talking about. Chill well. Chill well. Chill well. Are you You're not Will. You're not that chill Will. Like, I'm about to say, Will, I know you're not on YouTube. If you are, thank you for being here. If you the chill Will from the Get Fresh crew, give my auntie a hug. Let me see. Zone 8A. So cool. You don't need to take them out the ground. So this doesn't apply to you. But if you wanted to take them up and split them, I got a few tips for you. Let me put this in a safe place. All right. So we got some dahlias coming up right over here. Look at that green. Y'all see that? Look at that. Look at her. Healthy. Just so healthy. Look at her. Okay, all right. Back on task. Cool. Every time I see it, it make me stop in my track. Okay, so see on this dahlia, right? I got one main branch line. My first tip to you is only allow it to develop one branch line, because this one branch line will make it easier to maintain and prune. And when it comes time to, if you want to pull your dahlias up and share them and split the tubers, I got a video on that that shows you how you do it. It works the way I do it. I sent out a lot of dahlias this year. Some of them showed up, unfortunately, a little spoiled, but most of them, I probably had about an 80% success. Now, you see this one right here? This is one that's trying to start a whole new line. So I'm going to break her off, because what happens is that these will be two different sets of tubers if I allow them, and then they wrap around each other, and it really complicates things when you're trying to divide the tubers and split them up. So the first thing I'll tell you is, kind of like tomatoes, only allow one main branch line, right? So over here, this one, I got 4. My goodness, 4. But each one of these are their own branch lines. I don't know how this is going to work out. So I'm going to leave this alone just to play it out, to see how it goes. But I'm going to teach each one of these as their own main branch line. That's what I'm going to do with that one. And then what we got over here? This one is doing the same. So this one, though, these two over here, they look like, yeah, they are. This one's coming, it's literally coming off of this main stem line. So I'm going to break these off. I'm not going to do it right now because it's right on the stem line. I don't want to damage that main stem line. So yeah, that's what I'll do. And I need to put in the sunflowers over here for my neighbor. She's a big fan of sunflowers, so I'll be replanting them over here. So that's my first tip with the dahlias. Try to maintain one main stem line. It's just going to be easier when it comes to splitting it, and it's going to be easier when it comes to maintaining the dahlias as they grow taller and bigger. The other thing I'm going to tell you to do is don't be afraid to cut them. They're cut flowers. These are cut flowers. These dahlias, when they start blooming, when they start blooming, the lawn, yes, that perennial rod looks crazy. So when they start blooming, cut them. Continue to cut them because they're cut flowers. The more you cut them, it encourages more blooms to set in. And other than that, it's really easy. Dahlias are easy. The hardest part is getting them to come up. Now, you just got to keep them nice and manageable. Now, you can let them go wild if you want to. Ain't nothing wrong with it. And you being an 8 alpha, when they die back in the fall, just mulch them over really good, and they'll be back the next year. Come on with the lawn mix turf. Hey, we got a deal, Chris. You already know what the deal is, Chris. I'll give you the lawn mix every time I drop a lawn video. Lawn looks good. Elephant ears. Can I plant elephant tuber in a container? Absolutely. Elephant ears will do well. Elephant ears do well in containers. They like to be in containers. You can keep them in a container their entire life. They'll be all right. Especially if you're in a cold environment. If you're in a cold environment, they'll prefer that because then you can just bring them in. Have you ever heard of Russian red pomegranate tree? It's supposed to be cold tolerant to zone 6. I'm in 6A and bought a few. Any tips? I don't have any, but I think Led's got some Russian red pomegranates. LF73. Well, you know who Led is. I've seen you over there before. I would say follow any advice that he gives you. I've only had good luck with citrus. I killed my pear tree. My peach tree. What's on the grill? You gotta be talking to Sapper. I ain't got nothing on the grill this weekend, but I think, yeah, you talking to Sapper, aren't you? You headed to Germany. It is very beautiful. Darmstadt was your home. What? Get out of here. So Yeah, I've spent this after this trip to Germany. I will have spent almost 10 years in Germany. That's crazy, right? So that's good. Every piece, just eat. Like Broke said in his video the other day, from the rooter to the tutor. That's how you eat this karabi. From the rooter to the tutor. Eat it all. Every last piece of it is good. Chris and Cheryl, just burgers and chicken today. Yeah, see, I knew they were talking to you, Sapper. I mean, I got me a grill. Don't sleep on me now. Look, flies are back. Leave me alone, fly. Flies are back. So annoying. But I haven't fired that grill up in like probably about 5 months. And probably the next time I fire it up, I'll do a cook on it and I'll clean it up and I'll leave it alone. I'll leave it like that until it's time for me to go. Love the collards. Yes, sir. Any tips on growing rosemary? So I have stratified rosemary to get it to germinate, and that worked. I have not stratified it and just dropped the seeds, and that worked. So I don't think you have to put it through a cold stratification process. And if you're not familiar with what that is literally you just put it in the fridge for a few weeks underneath some cold pressure. You're just making it think that it went through a winter to get them to germinate. But this is what I will tell you. Rosemary does not like wet feet at all. At all. It will die on you every single time if you give it a whole bunch of wet feet. So the rosemary I have in here, just make sure it's well drained. I think Eco Neighbor was the one, he did an experiment where he placed rocks at the bottom of his container to help with drainage. And that was the only daggone rosemary out of his that lived. Eco, he had like 3 or 4 rosemary plants that all died on them, except the one that he added the rocks to the bottom of. Hello all, watching turf while making bamboo trellis from my little garden here in Michigan Zone 6A. Yep, that's an easy, cheap way to make a trellis. That bamboo trellis. Yeah, wet feet will kill your rosemary every time. Kill my brother's rosemary. You say you always killed them. You know who's a beast at growing rosemary? Without even trying? Lady Leg. Y'all go check her out. She might got some hidden gem secrets. I've done well with the rosemary. The one that I had, it just didn't make it through the winter because I ate it all. I ate it all. I ate all of it. It didn't make it through the winter. So I just dropped more seeds. I ate it all. It was good, though. It was good. And the reason why I didn't make it was because I didn't have a heating mat on it. So even though I was eating from it, it wasn't doing a lot of growth because I had it inside. So now I have a heating mat, so I know next time when I do that, if I put that heating mat on there, it'll probably keep growing and I'll be good. So there's that. But rosemary, it's pretty easy. Wet feet don't smell good. They don't. They don't. It doesn't like a lot of hot water. It's a Mediterranean herb. Loves the sun. Yes, Carmen. I'm glad you said that. Thank you, Carmen. People, this is what I want you to do. When you start thinking about you want to grow a plant, this is what I do. Matter of fact, you can do whatever you want to do. I'm going to tell you what I do, what works well for me. So something that works well for me when I'm about to start growing a plant that I don't know anything about, one of the first things I look up about that plant is where it's from. Where is this plant native to? What environment does it natively exist in? And once I figure that out, then I start to build my plan of care and treatment to try to mimic the environment that it was naturally found in. Does that make sense? So when you do that, your mind is already framed that, okay, this is a Mediterranean plant. Where specifically in the Mediterranean did it grow? Did it grow on the edge of the water? You know, on the edge of the coastline? And if it did, it'll tell you all the information. Oh, sandy, loamy, quick. It pretty much get water every day, but it was quickly, you know, moving through the soil so it didn't keep wet feet. And then you're arming yourself with all types of critical information to get the best productivity out of your plant. So starting there and really understanding where that plant is from will save you a lot of heartache and pain on the long run. I saw something about the bamboo trellis. Dag nabbit, I use hog panel. That's probably a better alternative. Look at this. Right there. You see it? That's a bamboo trellis that I put together with zip ties. Zip ties. And it's a year old at this point. Doing just fine. And if the zip ties pop, when and if they pop, guess what? Just put new ones on there. Just like that. Does being a 7B also have any effects to what, Charlie? I'm smacking on. What's up, Marcus? Kohlrabi. We harvest some kohlrabi live. What was that? What's the other half of this? Charlie Patterson. Does being a 7B also have any effects? Because I'm in 7A. But 7B, I mean, that's your zone, so. But it's kohlrabi, Marcus. I gave you some of these greens when I gave you greens last year. True, turf. That's what I do too. Great tip for everyone. Absolutely. Okay. That goes along with, you said, to treat each plant as an individual. Right. You gotta treat these plants like an individual. Don't try to treat them as a whole mass. Just all feed them all the same, treat them all the same. What do you do about browning grass? Well, first of all, it depends on what time of year it is. So if you're a cool season turf like me, and your grass is browning right now, and it's the type of browning that I think that you're referring to, you need water. But if you're a cool season grass and it's December, you don't do anything to it because it's going dormant. Now, on the flip of that, if you're a summer season grass and it's about this time of the year and your lawn is browning or is brown, it could be one or two things. You haven't had enough heat yet to really wake that turf up, because warm season grass likes it to be sustained above 80 degrees. And then on top of that, if it's not this time of the year, during the winter, they go fully dormant. It's no stopping it. They will go completely brown. So if you want to talk to me about a specific issue that you may be experiencing, Kathy Wiley, I would want to know, what area are you in? You know, if you're comfortable with telling me, tell me what state. Tell me your turf type. And then we can peel a few onions, pull a few, dang it. We can pull a few layers back on that onion, and I could probably dial it in a little better for you. But it could be a few things. It could be anything from you need water till it's going dormant because it's too cold, or it's not quite awake yet because it's not warm enough. Or it could be fungus. I'm not going to jump straight to fungus, though. On my way to taste some, it's gone, bro. It's gone. You're welcome, Charlie. But Charlie, did I answer your question? Because I know you said something about a 7B. Maybe I missed something. I'm sorry. If you drop the question again, I'll get it from the top. What them groceries? What's up? What's going on? Y'all got some good questions today. I like it. Any more? Any more good questions? Yeah, it's gone, bro. Ain't nothing for you to have. I'll let you get one on the next one. Queen about to get the one in the back. I'm in 7B. Rosemary. Okay, hold on, wait. I'm in 7B. Rosemary grows well here in Oklahoma. Yeah, and it might be able to survive an overwintering. Y'all, I done dropped 2 big old fat chunks of this kohlrabi. It's pretty much done now. I'll feed the rest of the worms. It's all good. I didn't need any. I'm pretty sure y'all were done. Y'all were done hearing me smack anyway. I'm in Chicago. Kathy. What plants are cool to overwinter? Strawberries. My strawberries overwintered with ease. In your zone, broke, you could probably get away with overwintering peppers. especially if you cover them up every so often. What have I overwintered? Mint, overwintered, really easy. Rosemary and lavender will overwinter, depends on your zone. Lavender overwintered really well here for me. Actually did way better. I think lavender, maybe the type of lavender I had, it held up to that cold temperatures way better than the rosemary did. That's for sure. What else overwintered? Sage. This, I didn't plant this year. That sage overwintered. Go back and look at my videos. You'll see it. Overwintered, no problem. What else overwintered here in my zone? I mean, citrus, you can overwinter citrus. Oh, the celery. The celery that's over there, not celery, the parsley. The parsley that's over there, it overwintered in a way because I planted it out. I planted it out in the fall. It survived the winter. And then when it warmed back up, that thing took off. As you can see, it's huge. It's huge. The comfrey overwintered with ease. That thing died all the way back too. I was like, it's done. It's not going. Your celery did too. Yeah, well, that's not celery. That's parsley. But I believe it. What else will overwinter pretty well over here where I'm at? I think that's about it. At least all that I've experienced so far. The pineapple sage, I overwintered that, but I had to bring it in the house. Yeah. I think that's about it. Okay, so Kathy, Wiley, you're in. Okay, all right. So I think I missed some stuff. Let me roll back up. What does that veg you snacking on taste like? It tastes like it has the texture of a broccoli stem, but a little sweeter. And if you eat the skin, it gives you a nice little spice to it. But it tastes more of like a. It reminds you that it's in the brassica family. It's got like a cabbagey taste to it, but it's sweeter than that. It's sweeter than that. So hope that helps you out. I'm done with it. Done. Yep, got that. Never had it. It does. Mine survived the Arctic freeze this year. Boom, there you go. What up? I overwinter peppers every year. Oregano overwinters well too. Yes, yep, and celery. Okay, we got 2 for celery. Sorry, in Chicago, we just hit 80 to 90. I think you mean degrees. Browning just start. So if you're in Chicago, you have a cool season lawn and it's browning because it's warm and you're probably not getting enough water down. So these cool season lawns, they're going to require anything from 1 to 2 inches a week of watering. If you have the pockets or the ability to do that, do it because it is healthy for the turf. Another thing that it could be, we're a little early, but everything's coming in early. It could be grubs. I haven't seen any June bugs yet, but I guess it could be. It could be. Usually the season for beetles are usually like June, July, especially for you. It shouldn't be until like June, but it could be. It's a possibility. What else could it be? It could be a fungus. Like if you've had high humidity and it stayed pretty warm at night, like if you're in the 60s at night and your humidity's above 60%, and you've had a lot of moisture lingering, like you've got an area that doesn't dry out pretty well, it could be a brown patch type fungus that you're working with. It could be a number of things, but I guarantee it's probably most likely, like if you have been like us and haven't had rain worth anything for over a month, it just needs water. It probably needs water and some fertilizer, and then it would bounce right back. You grate mine, I grate mine and add mayo like a slaw. Right. I've seen people do slaws with it, salads with it. I usually cook mine with my collards. That's what I prefer. I prefer making my most favorite way of consuming kohlrabi is inside of collard greens, believe it or not. I just let it simmer with my collard greens a little bit, and then it comes out. It just takes on flavor so well. Oh my goodness. But yes, you can make a slaw out of it, easy peasy. Salad out of it, easy peasy. And as you can see, you can eat all of it. I just ate the skin for the first time. It was delicious. I'm gonna give the scraps to the worms that are right over there. Even the couple pieces I left. And I think that's why this bee has been around here. He just keeps coming back and forth. But I think this bee wants some action. He wants some of this karabi action. He doesn't really have the mouth for that though. So the greens look good. Yeah, the greens, yeah, greens are bomb. I've seen spider mites in some plants. It's humid here, and okay, neem oil is doing the job. Yep. In Oklahoma, I think that's what that is. Oklahoma. Yeah, I had spider mites on my angel trumpets while I had them indoors this winter. Believe it or not, that's when I had spider mites. I just hit them with neem oil. Those things, they died like that. You just look at them scary, and they just die, you know. But let me show you the, I'm sure we got a lot of new people in here, so we'll do one more walk around, and I'm gonna get out of here. I'm gonna get going, I'm gonna let y'all go so you can enjoy your evening. And if there's any more questions as I walk, just one thing that you guys have been doing, you put question in the beginning of it, and it's really easy for me to see the question, so it'll be easier for me to catch it. I live in 10B, Hawthorne, California. I live in an apartment, but in my vegetables, I have a problem with, I think, fungus gnats, okay? They're mostly in the soil. I heard don't worry about them, but they are annoying. So they're not gonna do an exorbitant amount of damage to your plants, but you probably are watering from the top. So you should stop doing that. You should use trays like this. This is perfect example, right? Try to get you some trays like this. And then I got my sweet kumquat here, right? It's my sweet kumquat. Get you trays like this, and if you can, figure out how to water from below. So pour your water in here and let it get soaked up into the container. What it's gonna allow to do is the top 2 inches of your soil can be dry. That's okay. Your air roots are up here anyway. They want air. You know, those roots at the top, those feeder roots, they want air and doses of liquid fertilizer. That's all they really care for. They don't need a whole bunch of moisture. Let's try a wicking formation if you can. Wick them up. And then also add you a bug zapper in there. Just plug that joker up. Leave it plugged up 24/7, 365, 66 on the leap year, and your fungus gnat presence will dissolve. It will get to a point where it's not annoying. That I can promise you. That's all I did. I used to try hydrogen peroxide, spraying it with neem oil. I did all that stuff. And the thing that works and proves to be tried and true on a long-term basis is me making sure I water from below and let it soak up and keep a bug zapper running. Now you can also do things like add a layer of vermiculite or perlite to the top, but all you gotta do is no different from the plant. Remember when I told you, think of the environment that plants like and then try to replicate it? So think of the environment that fungus gnats like and then remove it from the scenario, and they will magically disappear. So fungus gnats like areas where the topsoil maintains moisture. It just stays nice and moist. That's what they like. They like an area that stays nice and moist. So if you're allowing your top layer of soil remain nice and moist, then guess what? That's prone environments for them to breed and get down and multiply and be a nuisance to you. But if you remove that out of the scenario, then the fungus gnats, they're gonna leave. They're gonna be gone. Yeah, so water from the bottom, absolutely. As much as possible. All right, so give you one more walkabout and we'll get you out of here for the people that just joined us. So we are growing dandelion. Dandelion has medicinal purposes. You can eat it from the leaves all the way down to the root. I have a few different varieties. I'm waiting for these flowers to come in. It's going to be amazing. This is a Japanese dandelion, I believe. I don't remember what these are. I got the labels inside. This is a lavender. It smells divine. I wish it was smell-o-vision, you know, so you can smell my fingers, but you can't. Then more dandelion. I will be plopping in other stuff. I got to put some basil here because, as you saw, the basil that I had here, it didn't make it. So we're going to put some more basil here. This is what sage looks like when it goes to flower. But don't fret, Sage. Oh, thank you. Thank you, 2%. I appreciate it. Sage, let you see it on screen. It doesn't change its flavor profile at all. So let your sage go to seed with confidence, knowing that you can still eat. It'll be all right. These are my nasturtiums that I grew from seed right here. This is the emperor, purple emperors or something like that. They'll have purple blooms when they finally start blooming. And I like it in the hanging basket because, you know, it kind of drapes down. It'll create a little bit of shade here in a little while when it starts going off. This right here came from Gigi's Natural. This is a pine cone lily. She sent me this rhizome last year in the fall. It overwintered, and look at her. She's alive. I kept her alive, Gigi. She did good. She did good. We did. This right here, I don't know what this is. This is a weed. I'm going to go ahead and pull you out. You don't belong there. But these are my beets. These are my beets. They're doing good. These are Golden Beauties, Bull's Red, and what is it called? Golden Beets. So those are Golden Boys, Bull's Red, and Detroit Red beets. And then these are sweet peas, the flowers that they use for perfume, not the edible ones. I can't wait until they start blooming. Y'all know who sent these to me. New Orleans Gardener, T-Nog, Aunt Linda. She sent those over. We got the angel trumpet that Led sent me. I got the angel trumpets that I grew from seed, the purple angel trumpets that I grew from seed that Aunt Linda sent me. Boom, boom, boom. We got 3 dahlias that I pulled up from last season and replanted them out. We have the immaculate lawn. Gosh, you see that color? This lawn, this is 2 years of work. 2 years of work, hard work, and dedication. This is either maca or ashwagandha. I don't remember at this point. I'll use the picture of this app to figure out what it is. Like I said, she's putting on new growth. Looks like she's about to take off, start doing her thing. Just pinching off those little dead pieces real quick. But looks like we are going to be okay. This is something else that we spend money on that we're just seeing if we can get away with growing it ourselves so we can stop giving them people our money at their daggone store. This stuff is not cheap at all. So just pruned her off real quick. Usually the wife does the pruning. She's way better at it than me. These are potatoes that the seedlings came from. The potato seed came from Aldi. So it started sprouting. So I threw it in some soil, mounded her up. It's about 2.5 feet. This is one of them 17-gallon containers. These are some super rare micro tomatoes that Nadine from Farm Stores gave me. I did not grow those from seed. These are some lettuce that Nadine gave me that I did not grow from seed as well. This is actually a pineapple sage that Nadine gave me last winter. Hers died, and I did cuttings and was able to gift her back a cutting from the plant that she gave me. How cool is that, right? This is the patty pan squash that's already doing well. Hey, Game Nerd Mom, how you doing? That's a piece of sugar cane from Louisiana, the New Orleans Gardener. This is the only ginger that looks like it's making it and doing well. It's sending up new sprouts, so that's a good sign. It's putting on new leaves, so that's a good sign. This is calendula, right, that I grew from seed. I've got those throughout the garden. This is fish peppers, right? What's going on, Backwoods? How you doing? This is fish peppers. This is sugar cane. Another angel trumpet, purple angel trumpet. We got kohlrabi for days. We got cucumbers that look less than desirable right now, but I'm gonna be patient with them and see what they do for me. We have watermelon over there. They look less than desirable, but the weather's been harsh on them, so I'm gonna wait, be patient with them, see what they do for me. I have strawberry popcorn that's growing right here in this container along with a little bit of carrots. We'll see what they do this season. I'm looking forward to them. The plan is to grow this and then send it to my man Farmer Q. You feed him that 511? I will. I'll feed him some 511 tomorrow. But the plan is, because we can't get Farmer Q to pop no daggone popcorn, this popcorn machine. So I'm growing this literally to send it to Farmer Q to make him pop some popcorn in the live. That's what that's about. Any tips on growing lavender and peace lilies? I have never grown peace lilies, but lavender is really easy to grow. You just I stratified mine. I don't know if you need to. I put it through a stratification process, which is you put it in. You missed the popcorn live. Okay, all right. Well, I missed the popcorn live. I'm still trying to send some popcorn so I could be a part of that live. My bad. But, lavender, I did stratify my seeds. I put them in the fridge for 3 weeks, I think. I planted them, barely covered them with a little bit of peat moss and whatnot, and then they germinated. And then once you get them established, they will survive a winter, at least in the zone 7A. You took cuttings for lavender? Yep, you could do that too. They're probably fairly easy to propagate as well. Just popping in to say hello, check out your live. Saw you on Live Farmer 73's live stream. Hey, Ebony, thank you for popping in. I appreciate it. I'm just walking the people through, showing them the success, since we already ran through the failure and some failures. See, look, speaking of failures, the onions, they're trash, man. Now, I'm probably going to get a good 10 bulbs out of here, but I planted about 40. And I don't know, the weather just hasn't been acting right. I'm not going to fret over it. It's super easy to buy onions, but, you know, I was really trying to dial it in, and I got plenty more seeds to do it again. The carrots, we harvested a purple dragon, a dragon carrot earlier, and ate one of those. They're good. They still got some time to go, though. I think they can probably be out here for another 30 days before they're ready to harvest. Thanks, Broke. I appreciate you. So Sodaki tomato, one of the only ones that survived from the curly top virus that I ended up catching. This little bug took a bite out of them and then bit every last thing of my tomatoes, and they all bit the dust. They used to be over there, but I have their replacements right here. So I'll be planting those out most likely Wednesday. This is my second iteration of beets that's coming in. Same varieties, I believe, I think. I don't remember. The labels are in there. All of my garlic from last winter that's almost ready to harvest. We got a little bit more ways to go, probably another 30, 45 days, and it'll be ready to pull them up. Now, you can pull them up now. Let me be clear. Let me rewind real quick. I can start harvesting this now. But if I want bulbs, right, like this one right here, this one right here is probably, this one's probably got a nice size clove on it already. But you can eat these chives easy. You know, they'll do well. This is my tot soy that should have had another month on them. And to be honest, I grew too many because obviously we didn't eat them enough, right? So I did eat them. I ate good off of them. But I probably only need to grow 2 of these plants in the future. Keep that in mind. Which is why I only grew 1 spinach, because I had 4 of these plants. And by the end of the season, I was like, you know what? I only need 1. I only need 1. What's that, Drainzer? It's too much sulfur. What's too much sulfur? Because I didn't put any sulfur in here. So are we talking about the onions? Too much sulfur? I have never been able to grow lavender. I don't know what it is. I tried everything, even bought the plants, and I would kill them. They do not like me, LOL. I think lavender are probably going to be similar. So check it out. In Afghanistan, I remember jumping out of the truck and grabbing bundles of lavender to put in the truck to make the truck smell better. And it would be on the side of these mountains. It'd be dry, super dry, no moisture, but this lavender was thriving. So with that in mind, I don't think lavender likes wet feet, because they were growing on the side of the mountain in groves in the middle of Afghanistan. So obviously it can take some hot temperatures, and it can take some cold temperatures too, because it got dead cold out there during the winter. And there wasn't a lot of moisture. So keeping that in mind, just thinking about like how that lavender was able to survive on the side of that mountain, this valley that we used to pass through. And I used to jump out the truck, bring the lavender in the truck just to make it smell better in the truck, because we smelled terrible. But when we brought it in the truck would smell like a perfume factory. So maybe you're putting too much moisture on them is the first thing I think of. You know, I say all that. What kind of spinach is that? That is a Bloomsdale spinach that's about to go to seed. It's bolting right now because it's too hot. It's too hot. That's what these little clusters, let me see. That's what these little clusters are. And cluster up here, it's about to go to seed. It's bolting. But I ate good off of it. I got about 5 harvests out of that this spring, if we could call this a spring. More mint. This is rose mint that's about to start blooming. The bees love this mint. This is lavender right here that's starting to bloom, that overwintered from last year. I neglected these things. I didn't do anything to them, and I just let them go because all I kept thinking about with that lavender was like, that lavender in Afghanistan was growing like a boss, and no one cared to do anything. No one was doing anything for that lavender, and it was surviving all on its own. So I pushed it to the limit and just see what it could do without any guidance whatsoever. And, you know, the same happened here. Now, these are cool. I've pointed these out a few times. I know people don't like growing marigolds because they take up too much space, but I found this dwarf variety, Bodelo, I think it's Bodelo, dwarf marigolds. They're really easy to germinate. I've had really good success with them, and they put off a whole bunch of blooms, but this is how big they get. They're nice and small. It's my Purple Lady Choi. I didn't show that earlier, but I've gotten a couple harvests off of those. We threw them in salads raw, but she's going to seed as well. So all these cool season things are going to seed. They're about to get pulled up and rotated in with all those seedlings you saw in the back, and I'll show you again when I get around there. And now we got my first squash coming in, first patty pan squash. You said I'm in 6A, and I had lavender live the whole winter in my garage without being watered at all. See? Lavender can take a beating. You don't need the baby lavender at all. Okay, are we done around here? We are, yeah. Oh, well, I'll show you this too. So this is my peaches and cream corn. Peaches and cream corn, doing just fine. I have a volunteer. I got Tina's favorite mustard green, you know, from Pit Stop Kitchen and Garden. This is her favorite mustard green, y'all. Listen, if you ever want to get her from something for Christmas, get her those purple giant mustard greens. I'm joking. I'm messing with her because I know how much she hates these things. But there's a volunteer that came up that I don't mind them. So he said, please don't. I know Tina be mad. This is the perennial rye in zone 7A, and it's thriving in 85 plus degree weather just fine. And then I'm going to show you the strawberry patch, the seedlings, the other kohlrabi that I'm going to go ahead and harvest for the white. Oh, what was that? Oh, it's a little bird. Man, I thought that was a snake. I had to look excited. We'll do that. Yeah, I thought the birds are plotting on my strawberries, y'all. Look, I got a runner right here. This is what I do with the runners. When I find me a runner, I pull it, I find out where it goes, back to the mother plant, and then I just pull them all. Boom, throw them in the pile. I don't need you to worry about spreading. I need you to worry about producing. All right, I found another one. Boom, pull them all, throw them in the pile. So these are the strawberries, and like I said, they're starting to ripen. And the birds, I think the birds see them, so they starting to swoop in. So I'm gonna have to put a net over this here soon. But we harvested this kohlrabi. It's gone. I got this other one for the wife, but I'll be pulling. And then there's a dandelion in here. I snuck in here as well. So I'll be pulling that kohlrabi out for the wife, and then I'll be putting a couple pepper plants in here. This is a 7-gallon grow bag right here. And then we got more kohlrabi. If you can't tell, I really like kohlrabi. Aunt Linda, New Orleans gardener, she put me on to them, and I've been growing them. And it seems like they like to be about 2 to 3 in the pot. So that's good. Strawberries, calabash cabbage that's starting to form a head. Finally, we'll see if it finishes before the heat smokes it out. I got a purple Sicily cauliflower right here. We'll see if we get ahead. I'm hoping. This one right here, this is the star of the show, the Golden Beauty. She showed all the way out. She's loving life, produced really well. What does kohlrabi taste like? So kohlrabi tastes like, the texture is like the stem of a broccoli. I keep going back to this because it's the thing that, you know, it sticks out in my head. It's like eating the stem of a broccoli but it tastes a little bit more like a sweet cabbage. And when you eat the skin, it gives it a nice little spicy kick to it. There you go. And kohlrabi is just a fancy name for German turnips. So boom, this is another golden beauty cabbage, but she just didn't do as well as that one did. This is what it's supposed to look like, and this is the failed attempt. Right? And this is my broccoli romanesco that has beautiful, huge foliage, and I'm praying that I get that alien looking flowerette on the top of it. And then these are my seedlings that I'll be planting out. Oh, and here it is, marigold. So this is what bolero, that's what it is. Marigold dwarf bolero. The marigold sparky, that's also a dwarf one, I can't get that joker to germinate. I've tried 3 times now, and you can see that cell is empty. Have not been able to get it to germinate. So I planted 3 more. There they go. I got more pansies and petunias. What are these? These are pansies. These are pansies. This is a petunia. These are purple alyssums. This is some basil. Back up basil. Don't stop dropping seeds. That's how you eat. This is either pansies or petunias. I got lemongrass, lemon balm, lemon bee balm right here. All right, Gigi, thank you. And then peppers. Got plenty of peppers. My second round of peppers because I lost my peppers at aphids. I lost all of them. I thought I was going to be able to salvage them, but I wasn't. That daggone bee balm. That bee balm got a kick to it. Woo! Woo! Oh, my goodness. That's the first time I ate bee balm just straight off the, woo! That's strong. It's good, but it's strong. Hey, cooking at Pan's Place. Hey, how you doing? So that's it, y'all. And then right here, these flowers are about to start going off, all these lilies. These are, I think they're called wood something lilies. Those are the snow white alyssums that I got out earlier this season. Dahlias, petunias, pansies, and I got a whole nother set of flowers. That's another ginger that is struggling very much. I'm gonna just leave her, see what she do. It's still plenty of green. She might bounce back, who knows? Yeah, that's pretty much it. This is what I got going on in my driveway, backyard garden. That's what we're working with, family. So just wanted to go live to show you my failures, to let you know that you're not alone. These low quat cuttings did not work. I have a few theories as to why. And my brother is going to apply that stuff next season. But as you can see, all those cuttings we took, none of mine took, none of his took, none of my mom's took that I left with her. It's all good. We'll learn. Let me see if there's any questions in here before I skimmy on out. Let me scroll up a little bit. Okay, that's when Gigi left. Hey, what's going on, PJ from Girls Lawn? Hey, if y'all want to, if females in the house, y'all want to figure out, you've been itching to take care of your own lawn and you don't think you got it, you got what it takes, I'm going to need you to go over to Girls Lawn, go see my girl PJ. She'll prove you different. She'll make you feel like you can do it, I promise you. She keeps it simple. She gets straight to the point. Her videos are short, but they're well edited. Go check out my girl PJ. You won't regret it. What else we got? You can definitely use that lemongrass. I got you, PJ. When it get big enough, I'll let you have it on my way out of here. I'll bring it to you because I can't take it with me. So you can have it. I'll give it to you that way. That'll be the first thing that you got for your garden that you're going to start next year. You about to follow you, Gigi. Got it. All right, thanks. Back to Our Roots. Chris, y'all go subscribe to Chris and Cheryl over there at Back to Our Roots Homestead. If they haven't hit 1,000 subscribers, help me help them push over 1,000 subscribers. They're going to do a really big giveaway, too. So stay tuned to it. Hey, Cousin Ann Dale, how you doing? You're late, but hey, you still stopped in. Drop that marigold seeds directly into the soil. You might have better luck. I never grow any marigolds in trays. I always drop them when it's warm. They come up. Okay, I'll drop some next week because there's plenty warm now. Thank you for that tip. I appreciate it. Peace, love, and blessings, everyone. Good night. Good night, Aunt Ellen. Have enjoyed your live. Have a good evening. You too, Goddess Leo. Yep, girls rock. Yes, they do. Good live. Traveling mercies. That's right. Awesome live. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for everyone who sent me a donation. Thank you, everyone that held in here with me. Thank you, everyone that's growing with me. And thank you, everyone that's about to come to Germany with us. Turf Therapy Abroad. We are going to Germany, people. That's right. That's my next duty station. I'll be leaving probably in the next 4 months. Who knows? I'll keep you posted. Y'all have a wonderful evening, and I'll check you out next time. All right. Peace.